Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. Not feeling good again. I actually have been throwing up, but I have videos I have to film today, and then I might take time off for like a little bit tomorrow. I don't know, I don't feel good. Yeah, today I'm gonna be doing like a commentary video. I'm gonna be commenting like all of the beauty community. So I'm just kind of like discussing it because I'm going to be doing this series on my channel called Tease Drama Scandals, which is going to be kind of like in-depth. Let's look back at tease dramas and scandals, obviously. And let's talk about what happened and, you know, like the repercussions of it, why it wasn't right, like things like that. Like, it's just like reviewing individual scandals about what had happened. And I kind of wanted to do this as a precursor to that because I just kind of feel like the beauty itself is dying personally, and it's been quite toxic. Like, we are never going to get back to being the community that we once were, for sure. Like, makeup is makeup, and should be happy to play with makeup the way you want to play with your makeup, you know? Like, nobody should nobody should um tell you you can and can't do something like with your makeup. Like, I love having my makeup. I do different stuff all the time with my makeup. I like having it. And I don't know, I just like creating different things and different looks. Sorry, I'm texting my husband. And I have to be really careful with my 24 pan magnetic palette from Jeffree Star because one of the shadows in here, it's this one, is broken. It arrived broken. I really hate when that stuff happens. But anyways, I'm using Hop On from ColourPop Cosmetics. I'm doing a ColourPop haul soon, so stay tuned for that. I like to have a extra brush. I just forgot to grab it, but I like to apply the color with this e.l.f. Mint Melt. This is the eye contour brush. I like to apply the color with this brush and make sure it's like even on the eye, and then I kind of go in with like a separate brush, a little bit more product, but I tap off the excess, and then I blend it out. I have like a very red toned look in mind for today, but again, I still want to talk about the fall of the community. So, if you don't know, I've been watching Reifenstein. I've been watching her videos on the history of the beauty community. She was going over all of the scandals and everything that the community has gone through pretty much since its inception. And she's done such a good job. And that's actually one of the reasons I was inspired to do a tease dramas and scandals here on YouTube, my channel. So she was talking about it, and she was talking about how she thought that up until 2018, when Dramageddon Part 1 took place, like, the community itself was just about love and makeup, which I'm kind of excited to really delve into and research for my channel, for the series I want to do on my channel, because I actually 100% agree with her on that aspect. I do think that everybody was, just genuinely happy and excited about makeup. And, it wasn't like about who had more followers, stuff like that. It was more or less about like finding people that you meshed with personally, like personality wise. Sorry, I was a little distracted because my hubby has a new card and we're Christmas shopping right now. So we're using our Shop Pay account to order like some Jeffree Star stuff and like ColourPop stuff for people for Christmas, get his sister and my sister. But aside from that, um, I completely agree with Reifenstein on that aspect of the community itself was very much a happy community until Dramageddon Part 1 came up. And I'm honestly pretty sure Dramageddon, the first one, is so super well known and we really like don't need to talk about it. But I kind of want to for right now because I do think that Dramageddon Part 1 was very significant in being a part of the fall of the beauty community. But to do that, I think that we need to go back in time and rewind a little bit. And by rewind, I mean talk about what actually started it all. And that is, in my opinion, what started it all was the original fight between Jeffree Star and Kat Von D and their public breakup, which is something I actually want to highlight in my Tease, Dramas, and Scandals series that I'm going to be making. There's gonna be an actual episode based completely around that if you guys are interested in that. Sorry, I'm trying to get ready for the day, and I'm trying to get everything done that I need to get done today in 2 seconds. But anyways, I definitely think the fall of the beauty community originally started with the fight between Kat Von D and Jeffree Star. So in hindsight, was Kat Von D warning the beauty community about the real person that Jeffree Star is? I mean, Kat Von D is not really a good person herself, anti-Semitic, and as somebody who is a mother to a child who is got a compromised immune system and still has not had a measles shot even after a year old, which is when they're supposed to get it, because of said compromised immune system, the anti-vax community pisses me off. And I don't care if that is controversial. I do not care. Because I don't care. It's my child. I don't appreciate other people thinking they have the right to make decisions for other people's child. Because in the end, you are making a decision for my child who has got a compromised immune system because I can't make that decision for him because of that compromised immune system. And I can't get that vaccine for him because he has a compromised immune system. And I don't like anti-vaxxers, and I don't care. If you are an anti-vaxxer and you don't want to support my channel, I don't care. Because in the end, this is how I truly feel about anti-vaxxers, and I will not ever go back on it. And I have felt the same way for years, and Brandon and I, when the anti-vax scandal with Kat Von D came up, even had a discussion about this. because we knew we were going to have kids one day. But in hindsight, was Kat Von D warning us about Jeffree Star at the time, just in the wrong way? And in the Kat Von D scandal, some racist past of Jeffree's came up in said scandal. And it's not my apology to accept or deny. I don't watch Jackie Ina, but the fact that she is not willing to forgive Jeffree Star tells me all I need to know about how said community feels about Jeffree Star, his makeup, and his past, which I don't blame her. Like, I would feel bad too. I don't want my son to grow up and ask me why I supported somebody who was racist when my son is mixed black and white. That is the truth. That my son is mixed black and white. Like, that's the truth. So, in doing so, with the racist past and everything, he made a half-assed apology with his racism video that he made on his channel, which I think is still up on his channel, but at the same time, I watched the video, and again, it's not my apology to accept or deny, but I don't really think that it is an apology. I really feel like, in hindsight, he could have educated people more if he really was sorry on why it was wrong then and why it's wrong now. Because even though our standards in our communities, all the communities, not just the beauty community, is always changing, something that will never ever change is that racism is never ever ever going to be accepted. Like, sorry, it's just not going to socially ever be accepted. It's just not right. It's just not right. Because how would you feel if somebody was saying you're less than human for your skin tone? I definitely would feel bad if somebody said that to me or Kai. I worry all the time about how Kai's going to grow up because of the fact of his skin tone. And because I know that people are like this. And it pisses me off. It really does. But in the end, he ended up doing this like Shane Dawson arc where he did the docu-series, the first docu-series, because I believe they did two. I didn't watch either of them. I didn't care. I still don't care. I'll probably watch when I'm researching their scandals. But aside from that, I don't like Shane Dawson. I will not support Shane Dawson. And I never have liked Shane Dawson. But aside from that, he had done a docu-series on Jeffree Star. And in doing that docu-series, ended up really giving him a forgivable type feel with the internet. And yeah, totally understand if you have changed and you are willing to show that you have changed, then yeah, you deserve the forgiveness. However, I don't think Jeffree Star has really actually changed. I mean, the racist past, yeah, maybe he's just quieter about it, honestly, because he knows it's not accepted. But again, please refer to Jackie Ina, because she is somebody who is more able to give clarity on said situation than someone like me, because it's not my apology to accept, and I'm not going to force Jackie Ina to accept an apology, because that's disgusting. Even though, the internet kind of, did say, why haven't you forgiven her? Because she doesn't want to. And guess what? She don't have to please anybody. But aside from that, after the racism scandal and everything, and the Shane docu-series came out, and the internet really gave Jeffree a forgivable arc, which is really crazy that just took Shane Dawson making a docuseries on Jeffree Star for the internet to erase his past, Dramageddon 1 happens. And I actually have said it before, and I'll say it again. I think that Dramageddon 1 was the groundbreaking era for Jeffree Star because he really became the head of the beauty community. And becoming the head of the beauty community, everybody went to him for like all reviews, and if he liked something, it sold out. If he released a product with his makeup company, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, it sold out, which is completely true. However, I think again that Dramageddon 1 and the victory Jeffree sustained was serious groundwork for Dramageddon 2. We're going to get into Dramageddon 2 in a minute. But after the Dramageddon 1 and the internet forgives Jeffree and he becomes the head of the beauty community, he ended up turning the beauty community into a seriously dark place, a very toxic place for a lot of YouTubers. And then we get into Dramageddon Part 2. So we're not talking about Carmageddon Part 3, we're talking about Dramageddon 2 and what we knew at the time of Dramageddon 2. Okay, now let's discuss Dramageddon Part 2. In discussing Dramageddon Part 2, we must discuss the Shane docuseries that he did on Jeffree Star Cosmetics when they were making the Conspiracy Palette, which was the second documentary series that he had done with Jeffree Star a year later. And it takes us into, behind the scenes and seeing how the makeup community, is with, how it is to make makeup, basically. And that's really cool. So in the second part of the docuseries, because again, I don't support Shane Dawson. I don't like Shane Dawson. I never watched it. Sorry. But I watched Smokey Glow talk about it in one of her videos. And she said she found it extremely interesting now, after all this time, looking back and watching it again, that Jeffree Star was sitting with Morphe, and again, Jeffree Star Cosmetics had a serious connection with Morphe. A serious, powwow with them, I guess you could say. A serious, business relationship. But in the docuseries, Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star tell Morphe about how their conspiracy launch is going to be planned for November, and you see that Morphe in the docuseries is freaking out a little bit and saying, well, the James Charles anniversary palette is going to be released in November. And, of course, the James Charles palette for Morphe was very big at the time. And I think it still kind of is. I don't know if they still have it or not. I have the anniversary palette, that little mini one. I do have that one. I don't have the big one, just because I don't that big of a palette. I'm going to be recording my makeup collection soon, and I'll talk more about stuff like that in that series. But anyways, it's kind of amazing to look back on that now and think, about everything that's came out about Dramageddon 2. It's kind of interesting to look back on it. I really, really suggest you actually watch some commentary channels like Smokey Glow and Reifenstein who do talk about it, because it's very interesting to look back on the said situation and think about, is this evidence that they did plan Dramageddon 2? But anyways, James wins Dramageddon. He had the predatory accusations, which Also, looking back on it now, do you guys believe Jeffree Star or do you believe James Charles? Because at the time when No More Lies came out, James Charles evidently debunked everything. I did watch No More Lies. I didn't watch the Tati apology. Because in my opinion, Dramageddon 2 is in two parts about vitamins, and then you have the predatory accusations. But aside from that, we have now made it to Armageddon Part 3, which I find amazing that everything that started with Armageddon 3 was originally because James Charles had made like a video talking about how a year ago he was in such a dark place and that he wanted to kill himself. I under no circumstances think that it is okay for grown-ass people, and yes, Jeffree Star is a grown-ass man, so is Shane Dawson, and so is Tati is a grown-ass woman. To make a 20-year-old feel so depressed that he wants to go kill himself. I don't think that that is okay at all. So, I do think that they did get what they deserved, even though I'm a huge supporter of Tati. I love Tati. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. I watch all of her videos. They all did get what they deserved. However, I find it amazing in Tati's Breaking My Silence video, which I will talk about in Tease, Dramas, and Scandals. It'll have its own episode, trust me. That she said she was afraid of Jeffree Star, and I remember watching a commentary channel, somebody had said, I don't know which one, somebody had said that they found that interesting because Tati is not the only person to say that she thinks Jeffree Star will kill her. So, again, going back to the situation with James Charles, I don't think it's okay to make somebody think that they need to go kill themselves or that they're going to die. I do not think that this is okay. I really think that hopefully Jeffree Star has gotten mental help because there's something wrong with you if you actually think that that is okay. Sorry, but that is the truth. Overall, I definitely think that where we sit now in the beauty community is a place of calming, but also we're in such a different place now because companies are not selling out from their products. You know, Nikki Tutorials just released her brand and it has not sold out yet, which I think that if she had released it 3 years ago, maybe around Dramageddon 1, Dramageddon 2, it would have sold out because we were in the mindset of buy, 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 buy. And now it's kind of like with everything going on with COVID and everything, people just aren't in that mindset anymore. And with the beauty community, how long can a YouTuber stay relevant through controversy? It's a seriously honest question. How long? And when are these people going to realize that their young audience is watching, and when they see their idols do it, they think it's okay for them to do it? And we need to set a better example for the younger generation. Sorry, but that's the truth. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my intake on the fall of the beauty community. Please like if you did, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.